Did it work? It worked? Yeah, it worked. Welcome to YellBro Road. I am Jordan, and today we're going to hear Kyle's take on Marjorie Taylor Greene going on The View and leaving them speechless. But first, don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Check them out, read them, share them, then donate. All of it is very much appreciated. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We are in that Discord right now, so please join if you feel like. All opinions are welcome. And obviously, everything I show you in this video will be linked in the description box for you to watch on your own if you don't like us pausing the video, talking over the video, or just having opinions in general. So please, once again, I'm saying this under a minute into the video, just so like people, I know people don't want to skip around and stuff, but like please don't fucking come to me yelling about, hey guys, stop pausing the video. Hey guys, stop talking over the video. Hey guys, stop talking in general. Just play Kyle. Play his nipple ring ass fucking audio. I don't want to hear the complaints, okay? So there's your warning. All those links will be in the description box. All right, before we get started with Kyle, let's check out some stuff. Let's look at this.
You
It's
think
a
that
little
the
like
longer
Israel.
this, the
It's a
longer
little
this,
like Israel. Israel attacked first. That attack was very, very powerful. I was very much in charge of that. When Israel attacked Iran first, uh, that was that was a great day for Israel because that attack did more damage than the rest of them put together. What I'd like to see is I'd like to see voter ID. I'd like to. Who wouldn't approve voter ID? The
you think
Who?
the,
The Democrats.
Who wouldn't?
So, as you can see there, Trump taking credit for the initial strike by Israel on Iran, and then when he kind of ends it, takes credit for ending a war. Once again, the Trump fans' heads should be spinning, but they probably won't. In fact, they probably won't even hear about this. Just to be honest. Although it was like kind of like, I think the day it happened, I thought it was fucking obvious. I thought it was like, yeah, Israel got intelligence and defensive measures. They have to coordinate with their allies because Iran's gonna fire back. Even if they think Iran is like oh this their army sucks, their missiles suck. Doesn't matter. You still have to coordinate things. You can't just bomb a country without doing any type of logistics with your allies, especially when they're in your area. And trust me, the U.S. is in the area of the Middle East. They're there. So it should have been known already, but now he's just openly saying it. There you go. I ended 18 wars this year. But he maybe started 18 at the same time, right? Or been a part of these wars in the first place. There was something else I had here that I forgot to put on the video. I'll do it now. See this from antiwar.com. U.S. to establish military base in Damascus. According to Reuters, the purpose of the military presence will be to help enable a security deal between Israel and Syria because, as we saw earlier this year, Israel bombed the shit out of like an actual like government official building. The U.S. said, "Yo, stop that. They're our allies. They're gonna help you out. Don't worry." And they have. They've helped out Israel quite a bit. I don't even know what the reason of the strike was. To be honest with you, they already let Israel tanks roll through fucking Syria, no problem. Golan Heights keep expanding, no problem. Using Syrian airspace to bomb Iran, no problem. Right? The Al Qaeda guy in charge of Syria does not care what Israel does. When Netanyahu, remember at the UN in New York, he was giving a speech. Most of the countries got up and left. They walked out of his speech. Syria kept their asses right there and stayed for the whole thing because they know these are gangsters on the same team. And establishing a U.S. base in the heart of fucking Syria. I mean, no surprises here. It's just when it officially happens or it's officially announced, it's just like, well, look at that, guys. You've been sitting here worried about, Israel, right? And then shit like this happens. You don't even know about it. Right? Israel can't force the U.S. government to be best friends with Syria, with Al Qaeda. They can't force that. They don't have the power to do so. But if they're all teammates and work together, then yeah, this would happen. obviously. But don't worry, we'll focus on Israel instead and ignore the boats being blown up in the middle of the ocean. Let's continue. Now, going on to, and I showed this in a video. I think it was in a Timmy video, with Marjorie Taylor Greene wants to run for president, and we heard the giddiness of Dubster Bryan saying, "Oh my God, I vote. I like her. She's awesome." But I mean, I said I have reservations, as in, like, she looks, relatively speaking, I get why people would view her as a good guy because of how bad the bad guys look, right? Like, okay, she's probably on the good guy team because compared to them, she looks like a good guy. But you can't do things that way. It has to actually be, an actual siloing of your principles. Like, it must be within these principles right here, and I have to believe that you're the person that believes in these principles. It can't be. There can't be any wiggle room, no gray areas. It's very black and white, in my opinion, of what I would do if I was a voter like that. Right? And I am a voter. I mean, I've never voted in my life, but that's because the candidates they suck ass. They're horrendous. But if someone I actually liked was running for president, I would vote for him. I'm not against voting at all. I just don't think it. I think the real solution, so then we can get to actual real voting, that needs to be the actual problem needs to be taken care of first, and then we can get the real voting, in my humble opinion. Because some of these guys claim the name of Republican or Democrat or Independent or Green Party or Libertarian. They claim these names, these titles, these brands, but don't actually practice it when they're in office. So thus, they're not actually a part of those parties. So thus, we have to clean that up first before we can actually have a legitimate voting thing or whatever, So, but either way, I understand why people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'm just still on the fence. I'm still curious. I still have questions to ask. And I need bigger statements and bigger actions before I'm like, okay, this lady's legit. I'm sure plenty of people in 2019, 18, 19, 20, that territory were like, oh my God, Tulsi fucking Gabbard. And look where she's at now. Right? And it's unfortunate Dubster didn't get to hear this part where she does a little bit of an interview on CNN talking about Nancy Pelosi. Hopefully the volume's good. Here we go.
I will praise Nancy Pelosi. She had an incredible career for her party. I served under her speakership in my first term of Congress, and I'm very impressed at her ability to get things done. I wish we could get things done for our party like Nancy Pelosi was able to deliver for her party. So I wish her well in her retirement, but I would like to see people exit Washington a lot sooner rather than wait until their 80s. Yeah, I will praise Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, so this is me being upfront. I am not the guilt by association person at all. That is not how I assess things. That's not how I assess people. I don't do that shit. But I'm very sure that a lot of people, a lot of voters or people in the politics world are like that. They do care about guilt by who you're associated with. They do care about that. And even though this is kind of like a whatever statement, but most people probably view, especially on the right wing or even Trump supporters, right? They look at Nancy Pelosi as like, oh, you are horrendous. You are terrible. You are corrupt. There's nothing nice to say about you, right? So I would assume this would hurt your feelings a little bit, right? But for me, I'm not going to do guilt by association. It's just, I'll be like, yo, tell the truth about Nancy. Say the real truth, not these little, oh, well, she did everything she could for her party, right? Like when she really didn't. I mean, for her, teammates in the party, sure, but for her constituents and the American people, nah, I don't think so. So she didn't do it for her party. She did it with her teammates. And on a lot of occasions, her and Trump are actually teammates. I mean, the notorious State of the Union address, right? And they all praise Juan Guaido, the recognized president of Venezuela, right? And then you see what we're doing with Venezuela right now. And it's like, wait a minute, you and Nancy were on the same team, but I thought you guys were enemies. I thought one was better than the other. Left versus right. Now they both agree. Overthrow Venezuela. Overthrow it. They both agree. But once again, it's just I have to add these things, guys. I do it the other way around too. Pause, by the way, where I'll show something negative about one of these politicians, and then show you something that, like, hey, well, maybe this is positive. Let's look at it. But yeah, I have to show these things. Let's move on to the main event, I guess. Kyle Kulinski and his, I guess, reaction. Now, the reason why I'm covering this is because, well, Kyle gets a lot of views. He does. He has somewhat of a voice there in the Democrat side of politics, right? And yeah, let's hear him out. I'm sure I'll be disappointed, but maybe I won't be. Maybe he'll have a good assessment because it's a Republican, right? Maybe he'll actually be critical instead of saying, well, Obama was just too soft. That's why his presidency could have been better if he was more aggressive. I'm like, excuse me? So he should have said, fuck the American people, let's invade Syria? Is that what you're saying he should have done? Because his what I saw from his policy, of what he actually wanted to happen, were horrendous, terrible things, Kyle. Him being more aggressive would just be Trump's policy. Right? Following his and his team's ideas of what you do politically around the world. It'd be Trump's policies. But I guess Kyle forgot that, or nipple rings are too hard, or he bleached his brain along with his hair. I don't know. But let's hear some Kyle Kulinski. Let's see if he can do just one video, Kyle, where I'm not here shitting on you. Give me just one video where I'm like, all right, Kyle got that video. He nailed it. Give me one. But something tells me that won't happen. Here's Kyle with Marjorie Taylor Greene shocks the View host and leaves them speechless. Here we go.
So Marjorie Taylor Greene has been involved in, basically a brand change here. She's trying to do a face turn. She's been a MAGA heel for a while. Now she's trying to become a centrist baby face. And, she's really putting in the work. She's out there all the time. There are whispers that the Trump regime is, like, low-key furious at her, that they hate her now. They think, she's throwing Trump under the bus and yada, yada. And I will say that it's a politically astute time that she picked to do this, because I think she was reading the tea leaves and she noticed inflation's going up, unemployment's going up. He didn't release the Epstein files, and just notices that, like, more in touch with the grassroots of the entire country, and realizing, like, oh, this ship is sinking. And so she's getting off the ship. She's on one of the first lifeboats off the Titanic, is the gist of what I'm trying to say. She's like, I'll take that first shit. Like, let me hop on that shit, right? And so we gotta be careful, though. Don't give her too much credit, because at the end of the day, she's still a Republican, and she still has an atrocious voting record. And that's kind of what matters above all else, is the fucking voting record. I could care less about what you say. I care more about what you do, how you vote. So anyway, she goes on The View, and it's kind of interesting because she's kind of...
By his stance of good or bad voting record is strictly based on, if I had to guess, like, kind of party politics style things, like what leans left versus what leans right. Meaning, like, if Marjorie Taylor Greene, like, believes in, like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this program or that program, and I'm voting against it, or I believe we should be doing something, it could be actually just right-leaning politics. It doesn't mean you're corrupt, right? You could just actually believe in that, versus, someone who doesn't they do whatever the bosses say to do, right? That would be the actual scary thing. But Kyle can't assess that because he bleached his brain, obviously. Right? Like, audience, like, just be honest, audience. Kyle fans, not Kyle fans, whatever. But, like, let's be honest. We nothing gets started until you weed out, like, who's pretending to be something and who actually is something, right? Who is authentically this type of person or inauthentically this type of person. Like, you have to weed those out first before we can actually get to, congressional politics, right? It's necessary. It is needed. But what I understand from Kyle is that he's not even looking for authenticity for the most part. I mean, I'm sure in some cases when it's, quote unquote, Democrat versus Democrat, then he'll use probably terms that would give you a hint towards authenticity or being righteous or being correct or more moral. But when it's left versus right, he doesn't seem to care about authenticity. Bad to get. Like, it just seems that the way he talks. But I could be wrong about that. But some of the videos I've covered, I'm like, man, you will lie to people or lie by omission to help a Democrat win the presidency because they're so much better, even though that person is, like, obviously, observably, like, corrupt with their actions. Clear as day. But he'd say, at least, he might still say vote for them anyways. Just saying. All right, here we go.
Shocked the hosts, right? So let's watch and then we'll break it down.
Two historical milestones. We have officially tied the record for the longest U.S. government shutdown ever. And for the very first time on The View, we are joined by someone you might be surprised to see here. Please welcome Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Why is that a surprise? Listen, The View gotta do a show like Candace gotta do a show, bro. You gotta have guests on. You
Welcome
gotta.
to The View.
Thank you for having me.
It's you,
So
Joy.
you gotta have people. Maybe one of the ladies farts on camera. Everyone hears it. It becomes like a fart controversy. You can feed it into the next episode. Like, you gotta do things. It's TV. It's showbiz. Okay, showbiz. There we go.
Oh, I was so taken by your suit. So, Trump is reportedly calling his MAGA cronies because they say that you're slamming Republicans too much. Well, you're taking my job. You're slamming Republicans a lot on topics like health care, the Epstein files. We know he's still your favorite president. I mean, Truman is mine. I dated him. But
I did not date Donald Trump, but I do love him.
you do love him, yeah.
Yes, I do.
All right, well, whatever. So when was the last time you spoke to him? And what's with the tension between the two of you? You may love him, but he may not love you back right now.
Well, that's okay. I mean, Donald Trump, he usually yells at everybody, so we're all used to it. But he's the president of the United States, and here's something you all may not know about me. I think a lot of people on the left are learning that when I ran for Congress in 2020, I ran criticizing Republicans and Democrats.
I can't. I don't know. It's so transparent to me what she's trying to do here. It's just so clear.
Because I come from a working class family, ran
Kyle.
a construction company for over 20 years. And I feel like the government has failed all
Pinnacle
of us.
of integrity, Kyle
and
Kulinski,
it purely
y'all.
disgusts me. It really does. And I represent a district that is rural manufacturing district, blue collar workers, and people have been crushed by decades of failure in Washington, D.C. And so I have no problem pointing fingers at everyone. And the worst thing that I just can't get over is we're not working right now. And I put that criticism directly on the Speaker of the House.
Now, that's crazy, right? Because you have John Fetterman running around blaming Democrats for the shutdown. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene going, I blame Mike Johnson. I blame the Republicans. Ain't no way you guys would have put that on your bingo card in fucking like 2019 or whatever the fuck. No way. Marjorie Taylor.
I could believe people would believe that, Kyle. But then again, you bleached your brain and you do think in the left-right paradigm. But here we go.
Greene
I
blame.
fucking hate that word, by the way. Left-right paradigm. Fuck, I hate politics. Horrendous. Fucking tacky. Here we go.
Like 2019 or whatever the fuck. No way! Marjorie Taylor Greene blaming Republicans and Mike Johnson for the shutdown. Fetterman blaming Democrats. Now, she happens to be correct about this, though. It is on the Republicans, because all the Democrats are asking for, all they're asking for is let's keep the Affordable Care Act subsidies going, meaning we can keep prices on health insurance premiums relatively low. If the Republicans get their way, your health insurance premium doubles, triples, quadruples, in some cases goes up even more than that, and people can't afford it. And I think, and she'll bring it up in a little bit, but I think on healthcare, she's actually like, well, what the fuck are you guys doing here?
We should be at work. All the people sitting in this audience, they go to work every day. People at home watching this show, they go to work every day. Ladies, you go to work every day. The people on your set, and it is an embarrassment to me that we're not in session.
And getting paid.
I'm not taking a paycheck.
Good for you.
Exactly.
I'm not taking a paycheck.
Exactly. Good for you. Exactly. I think you're one of the only ones.
Well, like the air
I don't know the
controllers.
list. I think that should be a public list.
Yeah.
And I think that's fair because our paychecks are taxpayer funded.
Correct.
However, I voted to fund the federal government on September 18th. I want all federal employees to be paid. I want all the programs to be funded. And I think that is our job, all of us together, Republicans and Democrats in the House and the Senate. And I'll look, I'm with women, so I feel very comfortable saying this. I'm really tired of the pissing contest in Washington, D.C. between the men. I really do.
She's trying to do some low-key feminist thing. Well, Marjorie, I must say, if your goal here is to basically put yourself in position to make a move at the crown when Trump is gone, which I think is what she's doing, that argument in particular is not going to fly with that Republican base. Let me tell you. That argument is not going to fly with that Republican base. The other thing is, like, look, you could do all, you could do all these criticisms.
I'm not so sure about that. I think the policies that before, I guess you're saying she made this character change for whatever to make a power move, like the policy she has before that on paper that she said out loud, especially in regards to foreign policy, people like, and that might be enough. That honestly might be enough. Like, I mean, the Israel thing before Trump entered office, right? Everyone was like, yeah, Trump sucks on Israel, but he's awesome at everything else. You know what? We ride with him. So yeah, they're pretty forgiving and be pretty dumb too. But then again, you know, who am I saying? How could I say that to Kyle? You're in the same fucking boat, buddy. But here we go. Like, whether or not Kyle's more quote unquote intelligent about the candidates, he still makes the same exact choice that someone that pays no attention to politics makes. He could have all the rhetoric in the world, but as Kyle said himself, it's about actions, right? So Harris could be a war criminal ass, destroy the world motherfucker. We hate everyone. We hate regular people. We support the billionaires, as Kyle says. She could do all those things. And Kyle could know all that and say how much he knows about that and then vote for anyways, which means you could do the same action as someone who knows nothing, or they're just fanboys, or they're full of shit. Guess what? People that are full of shit, they get on TV and say, hey, vote for Kamala Harris, as like some sort of like Democratic Party stooge motherfucker. You and that person are doing the same action, Kyle. Still voting for Kamala Harris, a blatant war criminal. You're still, tickling Obama's feet with feathers. You're still doing that. It's about actions, bro. Really, is it? Let's continue.
All you want of the Republicans, but you said it at the beginning. Trump is your favorite president. It's like, well then, if you're still supporting the guy who objectively is making all of the horrible decisions, then like you sort of de facto support all the horrible decisions. Her voting record is bad enough. But, like, Trump himself, okay, are you supporting the fucking illegal war he's waging on Venezuela now? Right? Do you support the fucking fake peace deal he did with Israel and Gaza, and now he's looking the other way as Israel's bombing more innocent people? Do you support that? You said he was your favorite president. Millions of people lost their health care. Fucking 15 million were just kicked off Medicaid because of the big bullshit bill. Didn't you vote for that big bullshit bill? So, again, the rebrand can only go so far because it's like, I know your voting record. And I know that if you still support Trump, you de facto support all the horrible things, right?
It's not a bad point. But the problem is it might apply to Kyle. Once again, we saw your takes on all these different politicians, but you had to switch up strategies, right? Just like Marjorie Taylor Greene is apparently switching up strategies, or at least according to your opinion, Kyle. So we have the videos of you talking about Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, the establishment Democrats, if you will. We have those, so you can make a mixtape out of it, Kyle, of you saying these things where you're kind of scorching them, right? Because maybe Bernie's running that year, or someone you like is running that year, right? AOC or someone like that, right? But now you're telling us to vote for him, even with all that rhetoric that we know that we know exists. Huh. Humpty Dumpty Dumpty, huh? There we go.
Woman, it's so nice to have you. And I watched you on Bill Maher, and I think you've been extremely eloquent in this shutdown in talking about the issue of Obamacare subsidies. I'm a Republican, too. We don't agree on everything, but we both agree we have to extend these subsidies at least for a year because you just can't pull the rug out from under people.
What does that even mean, at least for a year? After a year, we can make it so that healthcare premiums quintuple. After a year, but for at least a year, we got to protect people.
People who are going to see their premiums skyrocket. You talked about your own family, how you'd be impacted, but I imagine many of the 700,000 constituents you represent. So what are you hearing from your constituents on this issue, and how do you see this shutdown ending?
My phone in my office, my district office in Washington, is ringing off the hook every single day. People are beyond outraged, and they're terrified, but this has been going on for a long time. Democrats voted for the ACA in 2010. It went into effect in 2014. That was the year that we saw our health insurance policy for a family of 5 go from $800 a month to $2,400 a month.
Okay, hold up. That's incredibly misleading. Basically, what she's trying to say is Obamacare made the prices go up. That's not true. It reduced prices for virtually everybody. If your prices went up, you must be in a very unique situation where you own a business and you have people who are on your rolls that you're paying. Or you make so much money that you don't qualify for the subsidies, right? The Obamacare subsidies. But that's not the whole story. She's making it seem like Obamacare made healthcare more expensive. No, it absolutely reduced the price. That's why tens of millions of people, more people were able to get healthcare under Obamacare. There was the Medicaid expansion, and there was the subsidies that you can get through the exchanges. So, I mean, that's misleading.
And the
she's
under
making it seem like
26 are
Obamacare
covered.
made it more expensive. It didn't. It made it less expensive.
And
See how he's like campaigning for Obamacare when if you go through his receipts, he says this shit is terrible. What does he call it? Romney care? There's got to be a mixtape of Kyle saying Romney care 30 fucking times in a row about Obamacare. Like, oh, I agree it sucks. It's just you have the wrong reasons. It almost made it like mandatory for people to go buy from private insurance companies instead of just expanding Medicare to everyone. I assume that's Kyle's take, but he didn't express it right there. Why not? You have to ask yourself, why not? Why didn't you say that? If this is the only video I ever watch in my political life, and this is the only portion I see in my entire political life, what will I think? Well, Obamacare is good because the prices went down. Right? It's like, is that your real full opinion about Obamacare or the ACA? Come on, Kyle. It's the same thing again. Listen, the Democrats are better. You gotta vote Kamala Harris. But then ignore, well, she is gonna blow up children now. Like, never, just not bringing that up. He has been doing this from some of the recent, once again, I don't watch Kyle all the time. But a lot of times I watch his videos, and he's doing shit like this. And it's like, fuck, you're terrible. And it's dishonest, honestly. It really is. Maybe he did a live stream, and then for his upload, he cut that part out where he's like, yo, Obamacare was horrendous. But Marjorie Taylor Greene is also wrong about prices going up, which I'm not even sure about personally. Either way, I know they kind of sold out the whole universal healthcare thing, which, no, Obama didn't so directly declare he was going to do that. But at the same time, he had majorities in the House and Senate. He had the opportunity to do so. He hinted at it while campaigning. But then again, that's just campaign rhetoric. What have you actually done for me? Right, Kyle? It's funny. I want to ask this question of Kyle. Like, who's your favorite president? It might actually probably be FDR, right? He says FDR quite a bit. We need a new deal. Right? It's one of Kyle's catchphrases, I guess. Okay. All right, here we go.
I'll say this. We also watch health insurance companies drop out of the market, and healthcare costs have risen and risen and risen and risen. But I'm going to pick on Republicans. Republicans never fixed it. And then the ACA tax credits were passed in 2021, and there was a sunset date of the end of this year, and Republicans never made a plan for that. And I yelled at Mike Johnson last week on our GOP conference call. By the way, I'm missing the call today. It's going on right now. And I hope that Mike Johnson is finally giving a single health care policy because the country deserves it, and it shouldn't be a secret. And I shouldn't have to go into a skiff to go find our Republican health insurance plan.
Maybe there is no plan.
You know what? You want to know something? That, I believe, is the truth. There's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of bills, but there's no consensus.
Yeah. Here's the actual thing.
What Kyle should say here is that, no, Obamacare is already a Republican healthcare plan. It's already Republican. As far as my history of hearing Kyle's points, that's what he should be saying right now. But let's find out what he actually says. Here we go. Maybe he'll say that.
I believe is the truth. There's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of bills, but there's no consensus.
Yeah. Here's the actual thing. People forget this. There was a Republican healthcare plan, and it polled at like less than 10%. I'm not kidding. There was a Republican healthcare plan. It polled at like less than 10%. They called it Trump Care. Trump tried it in his first term, and it was a disaster. It was a healthcare reform bill that actually would have increased the price of your healthcare. Like, it just useless. It was useless. And so since then, they haven't come up with shit. But that's because they don't have any actual ideas. They don't believe in the ability of government to solve anything for the people. And so their ideas are just like, I don't know, fucking get rid of the lines around the state so you can buy healthcare across state lines. All that is it would make it so that all the health insurance companies set up shop in Delaware because that has the lowest taxes for them there. And nothing, like your premiums wouldn't change at all. So, like, it's just total bullshit. It's like another giveaway to the health insurance companies is their only idea. There's nothing that would actually help the people because they don't give a fuck about the people and they don't believe in government. Their answer to everything is just more free market or shovel more money to the billionaires. That's it. That's all they got.
Kyle, do you actually, come on. I was like with you for a bit there, and then you say, well, no, they believe in the free market. Like, no, dude. Like, they'll use, in my humble opinion, they'll use any tactic available to get shit done for themselves, for them and their fucking partners. You know, people that are in government, people that are private, you know, wealthy motherfuckers, you know, living a private life or whatever, right? They'll work for them. It doesn't matter, whatever the fuck it is. If the idea is give 20%, or sorry, buy in to 20% of Intel, right, the computer chip fucking company, right, as a government, you'd be like, oh, well, technically that'd be what? More socialistic, right? More left-leaning of an idea, you know, buy portions of companies so that the money comes back to the government, which goes down to the people, right? In subsidies and whatever, like programs and shit like that, right? So are you saying you're in favor of that, Kyle? Or is it because Donald Trump's in charge of it? That's what, like, this guy's full of shit. Trump's full of shit, and he's in charge of that. He might be doing it for corrupt reasons. Right, Kyle? I mean, I don't know about you, Kyle, but I wouldn't trust these motherfuckers with Meals on Wheels. I don't trust them with that shit. I don't. I'm not speaking against the program. I'm speaking against the people that are going to do those programs. I'm just saying. But yeah. All right, let's continue.
Answer to everything is just more free market or shovel more money to the billionaires. That's it.
They don't believe in government. That's why they ran for office. That's why they struggle to hold on to like power to, you know, to try to flood psychological narratives to the population to get them to stay in, you know, stay locked in on the government level, like left and right, and picking teams and still participating in these government things. Don't believe in government? Come on. Come on, son. It's like, wake the fuck up, dude. Are those nipple rings are too tight, aren't they? They're too tight. Loosen them shits up, bro. Loosen those nipple rings up, Kyle. All right, here we go.
That's all they got.
Son.
I think that's a failure. I do.
I'm not trolling here.
Well, I would.
God damn it. I'm sorry. Last pause there. Yeah. I think the answer should have been, hey, the Affordable Care Act was a Republican policy. Once again, not according to me, according to Kyle. He's called it Romney Care 10 million times already. So they do have their own Republican thing. Right? But now he's kind of just cheered for it in a way right there. Crazy, huh? All right, here we go.
To the billionaires. That's it. That's all they got.
I think that's a failure. I do.
Well, I want to talk about MAGA voters who believed that the president made promises like lowering grocery prices on day one. Right now, grocery prices, inflation is up, soybean and cattle farmers are on the verge of bankruptcy. Millions have lost their food stamps and are about to lose their health care, while we're watching $40 billion to bail out Argentina. What is going on?
I don't know. I am so America first. I feel like I live it and breathe it. And that's my district, and that's what people want. They are so tired of their hard-earned tax dollars being sent overseas to foreign wars and foreign aid and foreign causes.
Yeah, but like, okay, then call out Trump directly because he's the reason why that $40 billion bailout to Argentina is happening. He's the reason why we're still arming and funding the genocide in Gaza, right? You can't do this, but I'm America first. But I love the guy who's America last, but I'm America first.
While life and
The best point by Kyle in the entire video. And she apparently has Tucker Carlson syndrome, where these guys they're just afraid to bring up Trump in regards like, yo, he's directly doing things. I just played you a video in the beginning of this video showing Trump's like, yeah, I was the one I orchestrated the whole thing. Israel bombing Iran. I orchestrated that. So, yeah. Where's that at, Marjorie? Tucker. Megyn Kelly. These people that are starting to like give some words about, Israel and stuff like that and some foreign policy stuff. They're lending some words towards it, but end up, when they say names, all they say is Pam Bondi, Kash Patel, people at Pete Hegseth, whatever the fuck, right? They don't actually like, yo, here's this guy bragging about what he's doing. He actually uses his own account to show him bombing people. But they, for some reason, are afraid to throw rocks at the throne, I guess. But yeah, best point by Kyle so far in the video. Here we go.
And America just becomes more and more unaffordable. We want this money invested at home for our infrastructure, for programs, for our people, and most importantly, for my children's generation and their children and their children and generations to come. And I have to say, that's what I've campaigned on the entire time. Everybody's like, Marjorie Taylor Greene has changed. And I'm like, oh, no, nothing has changed about me. I am staying absolutely 100% true to the people that voted for me and true to my district. And I am so angry when I drive around my district to all these beautiful little rural small towns. And there's manufacturing plants that are crumbling from decades of lost industry, small businesses that got shuttered during COVID lockdowns and COVID shutdowns. And you want to know something else, Whippy? So many veterans that went over and had to fight in some war that really had nothing to do with where they were from or their hometown, and their lives and families' lives have been so affected. So for me, I am unapologetically America first, and I'll do anything I can to work hard to save
Maybe you
this
should become
country.
a Democrat, Marjorie.
No, I'm not a Democrat. You want to know something? I'll say this.
Maybe we should drop all labels and just be yourself. Ha 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 ha. Here we go.
I think both parties have failed.
Yeah.
Both parties have failed.
This is worse.
Yeah.
He's worse. Sorry, you know that.
No,
He's still your favorite president. He goes against everything you just said.
Joy is sort of killing it right now.
Kyle, you are fucking pathetic, my man. That's pathetic. Joy's killing it. It's a good question, but okay.
And she's so right. She was like, this is worse. I'm sorry. This is worse. That's so true. Guys, if there's anything the second
here it
Trump
is.
regime should get through your head is that the idea of bullshit, both sidesism and false equivalence, just get rid. There's no way. There's no way Kamala Harris could have fucked shit up this bad. She wouldn't be sending $40 billion to Argentina, and she wouldn't be freezing the food stamp money illegally. She wouldn't. She wouldn't have cut pediatric cancer research and Meals on Wheels. She wouldn't have kicked 15 million people off of Medicaid. She wouldn't be bombing random fishing boats in the Caribbean to try to do regime change in Venezuela. She wouldn't.
Okay, I let you go with the domestic stuff, although I think those are just holdovers until the next overt government can come in and run it over, right, and take advantage of these things and abuse people with it. But whatever, okay, sure. Meals on Wheels, got it. Blowing up people around the world. Kyle, have you been paying attention to Democratic policy or Democratic foreign policy? Have you been paying attention to that? Didn't Obama kill an American citizen overseas with no judge, no jury, no defense, no prosecution, no nothing? Blow him up. What about shutting down Guantanamo Bay? How come that didn't happen? How about the idea of the torture program? How do we know he actually shut it down if they're happening on black sites? And he definitely didn't prosecute the people that were involved in it. And what could I say about Joe Biden and foreign policy? Kyle, you already know.
Well, Joe Biden started a proxy war with a fucking nuclear power country.
Well,
That shit was crazy.
I'll say he increased the tensions, right? He did like what Trump
Well, he
does.
oversaw the start of it. Let's put it that way. He oversaw, and
Yeah.
he oversaw everything about it.
Well, kind of like what Kyle is saying Trump does. Oh, Biden did that with Ukraine, Russia. He significantly increased the conflict that was already happening. Just like Trump will do with Venezuela. There's already tensions there. During Obama,
Well,
during fucking Biden. Wake
the
the fuck
thing
up,
to
Kyle.
note is Kyle is mentioning what Kamala wouldn't have done that Trump did, but he will never know what she did that Trump didn't do. It's like,
Exactly. Exactly.
it all adds up. These little victories, these little fucking victories add up.
Yo, Kyle, if this whole thing's about your career, you should be happy Trump's in office. Because if Kamal was in office and you were out
Yeah.
here running cover, omitting truths for the sake of making Kamala look good because you told everyone to vote for her, that'd be even worse than I'm shitting on you right now, Kyle. It'd be a lot worse.
Well, think about it. He wanted Bernie to win in 2016. He started just as Democrats. He got a couple people elected. He wanted Bernie to win in 2020. He gets Joe Biden. Joe Biden wins, governs, and this guy's tries to find silver linings all over the place to defend Joe Biden. Takes Joe Biden literally not being able to speak for him to turn his back on Joe Biden. Then he's like, "Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
oh, we can do it. Kamala's gonna win." And imagine, just think about where,
The silent
yeah,
majority.
exactly. If Kamala won, he would have to defend Kamala until no. What is it? In 2028, we're gonna get a real progressive. He's been saying that since 2018. 2025. Nothing. It's gotten worse. It didn't get better. It got worse.
Yo, Kyle, listen, man. I know it feels good because we don't have the observation of Kamala as president, right? But there was 4 years where Biden was president, right? And Trump fans were yelling at me, if Trump was in office right now, we wouldn't be doing this. This wouldn't be happening. Things would be much
They
better.
had the latitude to say that.
Exactly. And that's what Kyle's doing right now.
So Kyle has right now.
Kamala would never did this. And once again, to cut all the bullshit and go right to the simple ass meat and potato shit. Pause. Would Kamala have killed innocent people as
Yes.
commander in chief?
Yes.
I want Kyle to go apologize to those families if or when that happens. You know, if she won, I'd be like, yo, Kyle, go apologize to every little family that gets blown up. Where you go tell them how much better things are for them.
She would and she will. That's honest. That's honestly what's gonna happen. She would have, and she will in the future when she rises to power.
I mean, Kyle, if you want to proclaim better, go proclaim better to people whose houses are gone, whose children are dead, whose parents are dead. Like, go do that for them. We saw Kamala and Biden with Gaza. We saw that shit, didn't we? Exactly. And honest to God, Trump fans will be like, the only significant ceasefires we got were from Trump. Joe Biden didn't get that ceasefire in January. And this recent ceasefire, although, once again, I know better that they're still fucking people up. They're not giving enough food or aid.
Yeah, so much death happened in between the January one and the one he just got now.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of technically, like so many people died. The Israeli government did so many things.
Exactly. And the technocratic plans to rebuild Gaza and turn into
You have to be an idiot
casino.
to give Trump credit for those ceasefires. You have to be an idiot.
Yeah, but if they compare it to 4 fucking years of okay, maybe not 4 because of the 2023, right? But whatever. All the time that 15 months that Biden was looking over it and Kamala Harris was looking over it.
Yeah, they were fumbling the bag.
Yeah. And there's no way around it. Go tell those kids how better it is. Oh, your dad's dead? Your mommy's dead too? Oh shit, your whole family's dead. Oh fuck.
Not more wreckage. What did the guy say that Bibi say? Yeah, the Biden government never went against us. That Bibi said that? And then remember what the former spokesperson said?
Yep.
Yeah, man, yeah, these guys, yeah, they were doing all these terrible things, but we had to lie. That was my job. I had to lie to protect Biden.
It's not my job to say my opinion. I have to say the White House's opinion. I think the words he basically said.
It's a crazy ass statement.
That is crazy. So I want Kyle to go stand over that little kid and tell him, like, hey, things were better, right? Things were better? Come on, just look into the camera. Tell him things were better back then. Go tell him that, Kyle. Fucking loser. Fucking loser. Here we go. Look at this fucking dweeby fuck face, bro. Look at this.
Well, bro, it starts as a strategy. We got to work within, and then it becomes, these guys actually don't do anything wrong, essentially.
Because you have to,
You know what?
for strategy reasons. You have to.
He had an evolution strategy.
He saw Bernie get mollywopped 3 different times. Like, all right, fuck it. We gotta. We're not there yet, so I gotta play party politics until we can get someone legitimate here.
He's on that Sam Cedar shit. Anytime needs a wife.
And what does he end up doing? He ends up compromising his own message. It's compromised at this point. Like, this is every time. Like, what's good? I don't watch Kyle all the fucking time, bro. Sometimes I get recommended videos. I'm like, ooh, what's this about? And I'll react to it, right? I feel like almost every fucking video is him saying, guys, don't worry about it. Let me tell you something. Democrats are better. This false equivalency doesn't work. Democrats are better. That's what I see from Kyle. And like, somehow these random assortment of videos about different topics, he still finds a way to find that there. And each time I have to shit on him for it. I'm sorry. Once again, go tell the mom holding her baby, looking at her house being bulldozed, and say, hey, things are better now, though, right? They are better, aren't they? Go tell her that. Meanwhile, savages with real fucking principles don't move. You can't compromise it. Ever. I don't care if you're at a dinner party, on your YouTube channel, talking to a random on the street. You can't compromise. Period. Bad is bad wherever it happens. Right, Kyle? Holy fuck. But it's better, though. Once again, tell that kid it's better for them. It's better for America. So you're America first? Is that where we're going there? America first. Got it. Here we go.
Would she do some things that probably annoy me, that piss me off, or that I think are like too moderate? Absolutely. And I'd call them out if they were to happen. Okay. But it's not. It would be nothing compared to this. It would be fucking paradise compared to this.
Oh my God.
And Joy just cut through all the bullshit.
Hey kid, come over. We're in paradise. Look. As he sees his house in rubble and his baby sister buried underneath that fucking rubble. Paradise. Come on. Like, I'm not calling it paradise, but in comparison right now, it's paradise, right? Oh, there's her leg right there. There's her leg. There's her arm 50 feet away over there. There's her arm.
You know what?
Paradise.
You know what? You kind of smell like rotten meat. I'm about to get away from you.
Let me put my aviators on and walk away in slow motion. We're in paradise now. Don't you understand? In comparison, obviously. Fucking loser. Here we go.
There and got it right.
Yeah, soak it in, Cal fans.
But Marjorie Taylor Greene, she's not a Democrat. She's not. She's just not.
Look, I like Donald Trump. I fought for him to win. I'm very thankful for the secure border. I'm friends with Lake and Riley's mother.
I'm very thankful for the secure border, as Trump has literally built concentration camps, alligator Auschwitz, fucking wanting to send 30,000 immigrants to Guantanamo Bay, sending innocent people to El Salvador with no due process whatsoever, a concentration camp there, CCOT. Oh, I'm thankful for what he did on the border. What he did on the border? You mean fucking ICE rounding up innocent people and depriving them of their rights? That's what you mean? That's what...
Thank God Obama did this shit off camera.
Saying, like, guys, there is no such thing as a moderate Republican. You need to understand that. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. She's trying to rebrand as a moderate Republican. And in the midst of making the argument that I'm a moderate Republican, she's reminding everybody how fucking extreme she is. That Trump has ushered in fascism. Stephen Miller has ushered in fascism. And she's like, well, that part I love. So you love the fascism. You would just hope what? That healthcare costs might go down a little bit. But even then, you say you love Trump, and Trump's the reason it's going up. So even that doesn't quite add up, does it?
And we saw...
I say fair enough. I have no defense for Marjorie Taylor Greene. You should get wrecked, too. But here we go.
I serve on Homeland Security. Over 12 million people came across our border. Over 2 million gotaways. These are terrorist, cartels, all kinds of criminals. We don't know where they are in this country, and that affects all of us.
That's all bullshit. That's all total fucking bullshit. The overwhelming majority of people coming in this country are fucking great. They're good people. They're not criminals. Nobody has a problem with you actually deporting criminals. But that's like less than 1% of the people that come in this country. And Trump's deporting fucking way more than that.
Political parties.
And these guys also claim they care about Christianity. And let's be real, majority of them are Christian and not fucking gang members. Yeah. You fucking idiots. So, and Kyle had a better point where a lot of people that are, I mean, Kyle wouldn't make that point. He wouldn't want to, but maybe someone countering Marjorie Taylor Greene, but hey, well, if your main concern is economics, right, and cultural things, right, the hall pass for hospitality and farmers and, low wage workers, that's going to be allowed apparently. In which case, the whole idea of the economics and, oh my God, they're stealing our jobs, like that would be a very important thing to bring up. Kyle can't bring that up because it might make Trump look good to his audience a little bit, so he can't say it. But he's not even really following through with the extreme version of deportations, right? And he's still trying to catch Obama's record for deporting people, by the way. He's still trying to catch it, even though he's done more overt, extreme things, right? But, all right, let's continue. Here we go.
1% of the people that come in this country. And Trump's deporting fucking way more than that.
Political party
That's
thing.
one thing. There's so many other
He
things
doesn't
to
call
go after
Obama.
him
But
on.
you seem to
Okay, and then I also wanted to show you one more. This part's interesting because she actually accuses MAGA influencers of being paid.
I think there's a lot of paid social media influencers. And I found it very interesting that they were the MAGA accounts, but they're all paid, and they all attacked me when I...
Now, that's true. It's true. And also, who else is paying? Israel.
Oh, it's true.
There was a big article about that where you can get paid up to $7,000 per Israel post, per pro-Israel post. So the pro-Israel people, there's a lot of bots. There's a lot of influencers being paid. On the MAGA side, same thing. A lot of bots, a lot of people being paid. And it gives people the misimpression of, they're stronger than they actually are. But it's interesting that the only reason she comes out and says it now is because she has been attacked by them. But back when she wasn't attacked by them, she would never have agreed to this. It had to do with her. It wasn't like she was being objective about it. It's just, they attacked me, so now I think they're fake.
And I think...
You see that quite a bit in politics. Don't say anything until they're attacked. Shout out to Jimmy Dore. Yeah, and Kyle himself went over the Democrat version of that, which would make you think, or it would lead to the idea that, hey, there's probably more people getting paid that we never heard about, right? Getting paid through the side door to influence their audience or other people or whatever the fuck to push a, Democratic establishment, talking points or ideas. So, yeah, both sides do that shit, obviously. But, all right, here we go.
It wasn't like she was being objective about it. It's just, they attacked me, so now I think...
Does Cal still support
and
David
I think
Pakman?
that's very weak and pathetic. But when I talk about weak Republican men, I'm pretty much talking oftentimes about the leadership in the House and the Senate, and they're not getting our agenda done.
I don't know what that last part means. They're not getting our agenda done. Congress is basically irrelevant now. Trump is doing everything unilaterally. So Trump has rendered it irrelevant. It's like Trump's fault that Congress isn't doing shit because he's basically like, I got it. I'll handle all of it. So I don't even know what that means. Look, clearly she's trying to do a rebrand here. But the rebrand she's going for is like moderate Republican, centrist Republican. And she just proves that there is no such thing because as she's rebranding, she's reiterating how much she loves Trump. And Trump is the one making all these decisions that are fucking destroying everything. He's the reason Argentina's getting $40 billion at the same time. That
You gotta be fair, Kyle. It's not just apparatus. Like you said, Anthony, wasn't Kyle, I guess, criticizing the non-existent Joe Biden, but he was president though, right?
Yeah.
Which means other people are running the administration, actually, right?
Yeah.
The same goes with Trump. Pretty obvious. It's an apparatus of people. So I wouldn't just throw. Maybe I'm nitpicking there, but I wouldn't say like he's responsible for this. Like, nah, plenty of things he's just saying. Okay, go ahead, do it. Whatever. All right, cool.
Well, it's funny, man. It's like they say, he won the Oval Office, so he has powers to the nukes, which is like I don't believe that at all. Do you believe that, Jordan? Do you believe this guy? Donald Trump can pull nukes on his own.
I think if he turned into like the Mad King from Game of Thrones, he's like, all right, we're gonna
Yeah,
destroy the entire world.
They turn his TV off.
They'd like, he fell on a gun and he shot himself. Oops. Someone would just shoot him. Like, yeah, you're not doing that shit, bro.
The pause, bro. They'd rock his not buck.
They'd choke him out and be like, listen, the president had a heart attack tonight. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah, McDonald's.
He had his last French fry.
3 times that day.
He ate his last French fry. That's it. It's
I'm
done
ready
and
to
done. Shit. Sweet and sour sauce. All right.
Big Mac sauce. The McFlurry machine worked.
All right, here we go.
Just proves that there is no such thing because as she's rebranding, she's reiterating how much she loves Trump. And Trump is the one making all these decisions that are fucking destroying everything. He's the reason Argentina's getting $40 billion at the same time that food stamps are illegally cut off. He's the reason. He's the reason. He's the reason 15 million people are being kicked off of Medicaid. He's the reason. He's the reason the Epstein files aren't being released. He's the reason. He's the reason there was a fake peace deal in Israel and Gaza, and Israel has continued to murder innocent Palestinians. He's the reason behind that. He's the reason. He's the reason inflation's going up. He's the reason unemployment's going up. And so you can't, I'm sorry, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. She's trying, but it just doesn't work. So I hope people out there are not really buying it because there's nothing here to buy. Like, you can't, it's like, at this point, you can't be like, I'm a moderate fascist, right? I'm in the moderate wing of the Nazi party. You could just not be a Nazi, right? You could just not be a fascist. You could just start telling the truth, which would mean just crusading against these people. But that she doesn't have in her. Hey, y'all, do me a favor.
Well, Kyle, you mean she should be crusading against damn near 99% of the fucking Congress, right? Like the entirety of Congress, she should be rallying against. By your standards, Kyle. By the way, by your standards.
Not the Dems.
Right? What was it? The amendment she wrote about funding Israel that AOC didn't sign?
Yeah.
Or voted against, actually?
I think this guy said that was a weak answer by AOC.
I believe so.
Sure.
Yeah. So she has a lot of people to rail against, doesn't she? If she was gonna do the real shit, right?
No, because it's not for good. It's not for real reasons. You would say that would be the rationalization. It's not for real reasons.
I mean, if Kyle's brain wasn't bleached, he might have thought of something like, "Hey, wait a minute. If he assesses it as it's Trump, he's just doing all these things. Doesn't that make you think hey, wait a minute, the president can do all this shit just willy-nilly? Then how come my team isn't behaving if they could just do that as president? How come they don't just do that?" Now, obviously, Kyle's answer was well, Obama was too nice. That's why he was too nice to get certain policies passed, or just sign executive orders out the ass, right? I don't believe that's the case, but it should be a little bit brain breaking that you're saying the president has all this fucking power to do all these overt things. Then you watch the Democratic Party come in there and do nothing. That must break your fucking brain. In fact, not only do they do nothing, well, they do stuff that are very harmful. But it's not only just that. They actually hold. It's like Trump hands an anvil to the Biden administration. They hold it. They actually hold it in place. So then when Trump comes back, they complete the job. They complete the job. Syria fell under fucking Biden, didn't it? It fell under Biden. Kicked off by Obama. Trump carried Obama's anvil to Biden. Biden carried it to Trump. Here you go. And now we're going to build army bases in fucking Damascus. And Cal can't see that because his brain is fucking bleached. Fuck. Anyways, there's your video. Please subscribe if you feel like. Comment, agree, disagree. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me, I know, Jordan, shut up. Kyle's so smart. Kyle did this. Check out episode 35 by Kyle. He said this years ago. Whatever. Please go ahead. Don't forget to share, support, hopefully donate to all the links in the description box. Also, please check out the Discord link if you want to join that. We are in that Discord right now. All opinions are welcome, and obviously, everything I showed you in this video will be shared in the description box / show notes for you to watch on your own if you don't want to hear us talk, or if you want to like do further research or rabbit hole on a topic. Please, all those links will be in the description box. And obviously, and most importantly than anything else you do on this very evening, before you listen, the kids are fine. You don't have to kiss them in you don't have to kiss them in the bed or read them bedtime stories. You don't need to do that shit, okay? You have to do this. This is mandatory. Give this video a thumbs down.